Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be talking about tables and data set. So as you can see in this worksheet, I have 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the data that you're seeing is about basically a small dealership or a car dealership. The very first column is the VIN number. The second column under B is date sold. The sales price is under column C, and the sticker price is under column D. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to actually change this data that we have here and create a table first. So I'm going to go under Insert, click on any of these cells that I have data in, right? I can be anywhere. And then click on Insert and click on Table. This will pop up, and this is going to tell us like where our data resides is from A1 to D30. And then also, because my data has a header, it recognized that, and then it put a check mark in here. If the check mark wasn't there, obviously you know your data has a header, and you want to actually have a check mark in here. So I'm going to say okay. There it is. The table is created. By the way, I can give my table a name. I'm going to say, let's say, inventory, and that's it. So now I can refer to my table as inventory table. If I was smart enough, I would have say, let me actually change that, inventory table. And notice in here, for the name of table, you should not have any spacing. So what I did, I called it inventory underscore table. Okay, very good. So that's that. Now, you know what? I'm not quite happy with the table style. So what I'm going to do is this. When I'm on my table, anywhere on the table, any of the cells of the table, I can actually go to the table. I'm in the Design tab, right? Notice if I click outside of the table, it's going to take me back to the home tab again. I'm coming back to my inside my table. Again, I'm in my Design tab. In here, I have a bunch of table styles. And by clicking in here, I can get more of those. All the light colors are on top. The medium color schemes are in the middle. And the darker colors are in here. Notice if I hover over any of these styles, first of all, the tooltip is going to tell me what table I'm using. So the one that I'm actually pointing to is white table style medium 4. Depending on the version of your Excel, maybe the word white might not be there, but all of these tables, they have a table style. So in here, I'm going to, and notice when I'm actually pointing to a table style, my table is changing, and it's going to show me how it's going to look like. Now, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to actually choose the table style medium 3. And in my case, it's going to say orange table style medium 3. And I'm going to click on it, and there it is. Now the table is in that table style. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. They ask me to find out what is the loss and profit for this dealership that I have the data for. What I can do is this. Let me first of all make the columns a little wider. So notice I selected all the columns, and I'm going to double click in here, or better than that, I'm going to actually make them a little wider. And all of the columns are going to get wider because they were selected, right? So now, before getting to that profit loss business, what I want to show you is this. When we change the data to table, you notice that we have these new icons on my table header, right? Headers. So what these are, they allow us to sort the data, the table, based on that column, or filter them based on that column. Now let's look at a couple of these. So let's actually look at sorting. So I'm going to go ahead and sort my data based on date sold. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to say, hey, sort from oldest to newest. Now, notice the date sold start from January 2018, and it goes to December 2018. So the numbers are getting bigger, or the dates, they're going from the oldest to the newest, right? So that's ascending order. Now, if I change that, notice this little arrow, I go from newest to oldest. It's going to be descending order, right? So that's where that is. Now, there's something else that I can do with this. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually change my sorting, so I don't want to sort my table at this point yet. The other thing that I want to show you is filtering. Let's say the sales price. In here, I want to show all the, the cars that their sales price was $30,000. What I'm going to do, I'm going to click in here, and I'm going to come to the filtering area. In here, it's going to show me all the values that are in the table, and they are also in, they start from the smallest value to the biggest value, right? Now, let's look at this. This is not based on what it is on the table. It's based on smallest to largest. So now, if I want to get all the cars that are sold for $30,000, I can do this. Everything is selected. I can click on select all, or basically deselect them, and click on 30,000, and there it is. It's going to show me all the cars that are, the sales price was for $30,000. Now, how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But better than that, look at this. At this bottom of the page, it's going to show us the number of records, 5 out of 29. So that means there were like 4 cars that we sold them for $30,000. Let me actually select all. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you is this. Sometimes you want to actually sort your table based on 2, 3, or more columns. Now, as I showed you, if you sort by date sold, it is sorted, and that's great. Now, let's say you want to get all the cars that there was, well, you want to sort them by date sold and the sales price, right? And you can see that is not really working. Now, this is just the, but basically sorting by sales prices. So how do we do this? Let me actually undo this. So if you want to do a little more complex sorting, what you're going to do is this. You have to be in your tables. You're going to go under data, and you're going to say, okay, you know what? Sort based on the very first level is going to be date sold. And I'm good with all the oldest to the newest. And then I'm going to add another level. I'm going to go ask them to give me the, within the dates, sorted dates, sort the data further by sales prices. And I'm going to go smallest to largest, smaller to largest. Okay, good. So now look at this in here. When you look at row 18 and 19, these two vehicles were sold on 7/22. But the one with the lowest sales price goes first because we sorted the data first by date sold, then by sales price. By the way, notice you're going to see the sort icon on both of these columns. Very good. Now, I'm going to keep it the way it is right now. Now, the company who gave me this data asked me to calculate the loss and profit. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to just come in E1, and notice E1 right now is outside of this table. I'm going to just type in profit and loss. Okay, good. So notice by just typing the profit and loss, Excel is smart enough to know, hey, we're dealing with a table, so it's going to add this row to my table, and it's going to get the same formatting that I have for the table. Very good. Now, in here, I'm going to come in and create my formulas. Except in the table, when you're creating a formula, it's a little bit different. And instead of using the references, you could use the structure references. Let me show you what I mean by that. So just like any formulas, I'm going to come in and I'm going to start with equal sign. I'm going to click on C2. Notice what's going to happen. Instead of putting C2, is put in the sales price, right? Minus sticker price. Now, notice the sales price is in the bracket and the sticker price is in the bracket. As soon as I hit the enter key or accept this formula by clicking on this icon, it's going to give me all the values in here. So, and this is structure references, right? Instead of using the cell referencing, you're using the structure referencing in the table. So that's simple enough. It's just exactly the same way that you were doing it before. You select the cells that you want, and it's going to put that in for you. Okay, good. So I'm there. So I'm done. You know what I'm going to do? I would like to add a new row, which is called total, to be able to examine the data in this table. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go under, once I'm in my table, obviously, I'm going to go to the Design tab, and I'm going to click on Total Row. And notice what's going to happen in A31. It's going to give me a brand new column. Oh, excuse me, a brand new row. Now notice it's not the same formatting because this, even though is part of the table, is not really part of the table. We want to analyze what's going on in the table. Now I'm going to click on this cell, and in here you're going to see that this is the sum of loss and profit, right? Which is okay, good. That's all right. So this is how much profit I had, right? And in here, the sales price, you know what I'm going to do? Because of the total, I can click on the sales price, and I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I want to know what is my medium, or yeah, let's actually get the average of my sales prices. Okay, so that was $27,000, right? So medium prices, average prices. Now in here for the sticker, I would like to see what was my sticker price. You know what? I want to get another function from here, and I want to see what was my maximum sticker price. That was $32,000, right? Okay, very good. I'm good. Except this, I really want to actually change the formatting. So I'm going to go under Home, and I'm going to say, you know, no, this is my profit loss again. I'm going to go with currency, and that's it. That's good. So I'm made $130,000 around, plus some change in here. Very good. Now, let's actually look at the conditional formatting. Let's say in here in the profit loss, I would like to highlight those vehicles that are lost money for. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight this. And I'm going to say, you know what? Go to conditional formatting and highlight all the values that are less than 0. And do this. Yeah. You know what? Red text. Okay, cool. So when I'm coming in, obviously I can see them right away. You know, on this one, I have a loss. On this one, I lost $500. And on this vehicle, I lost $2,000. Very good. So in this video, we looked at how to create a table, how to sort, how to filter, how to create the total column rows, and how to do a simple condition in formatting. Thank you for watching the video.